I watched Whiplash in the cinema and I ate a bag of Maum pinballs, very sugary, and drank 1.5 liter bottle of the flavored Volvic water, the raspberry one. So by the end of it, there was this cocktail going on in my stomach that was just terrible. I needed to go to the bathroom desperately.
Evacuation.
And you know how that movie ends, with his big long solo in front of everyone. It's like gonna make or break your music career.
But then doesn't peak, and then it peaks multiple times.
Yeah,
and your asshole's getting ready to open.
I moved to the edge of this. I was on the edge of my seat through that entire scene. Great scene, but it was heightened for me because I was like, I have to get out of here, And even he brings it to like a. And I'm like, okay, bring it back up. Okay, we're coming to a crescendo. We're coming. Then it went, and then the thing ends, and I like, everyone get out of my way. And I sprinted. Sprinted to the toilet. Vomited everywhere.
Whoa.
Multiple colors of purple and everything. It was disgusting.
I thought you were going to say you hit the toilet and it was just pure percussion coming out of your ass.
No.
That double bass.
It wasn't. It was like this cocktail that was like... The cocktail was like, we're going to do this the right way. And I sat in it too long and it's like, okay, we're coming out the wrong way now.
We got to get out somewhere. It's coming out of your ears if you keep holding this down. I got
into the toilet and it was just purple liquid and everything everywhere, all over the toilet. Gentlemen, and welcome to Straight to Series episode 48. We are approaching our 50s and I feel pretty good about it.
I feel pretty good too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We're holding up. What
are we going to do when we hit 100?
Wheels haven't fallen off yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, were they ever on? That's the real question.
We've no wheels.
We do. We have no wheels. We're like a unicycle at the moment, and we'll slowly develop wheels over time.
I like sounding.
And then eventually they'll fall off properly.
Exactly. Yeah. When we get Me Too'd.
Badly. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
I thought I deleted them.
No, you can't.
I deleted all the good messages.
Damn it! I deleted all the setup where I'm
I put all that in the masturbation folder. The bad stuff. They found the masturbation folder.
You shouldn't have labeled it masturbation. That was your initial mistake.
And Delia's like, been there.
My name is Connor.
And I'm Ian.
And yeah, welcome to the show. Today on Straight to Series, it's a Warner Brothers special, kind of. We figured out afterwards.
It didn't mean to be, but
it is.
It just kind of is when we looked at our papers.
We're going to be talking about Ben Affleck's most recent movie that came out a while back.
Yeah, The Way Back.
The Way Back.
We're going to review The Way Back.
We're going to review it.
I know it's been a while. It came out in March, and then the virus that shall not be named hit, and I had to go to VOD, and we were like, we got to review that because we now have a newfound respect for Ben Affleck because now he's going out with
Anna de Armas.
So we're like, we got to review that. Also got some good reviews. And we'll go into why this even impacted us more so.
Yeah.
Not because we're recovering alcoholics.
No.
But we've been watching a documentary. We'll get into it.
You've been off drink for years. I only recently have been off drink, and boy, oh boy, is it.
Those abs are coming in slow. But they're coming
slow.
in.
They're coming in week 2 of Better Than Batman.
And then that's a Warner Brothers movie.
That's a Warner Brothers movie. And then we're going to be talking about Michael Keaton potentially coming back as Batman.
My Batman.
Your Batman, my Batman. We're going to talk about the history of us with Batman. And then we're also going to get into, unfortunately, Joel Schumacher died this week.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Joel. Getting fucked or fucking dudes in heaven right now.
I like to think so. Yeah. That's heaven to him.
Yeah. What's his number going to be by the time I get to heaven?
Yeah.
Who knows?
What is the number? It's like 10,000 men he said he fucked.
We got to pull up the article before we talk about it.
And did not die from AIDS.
Did not.
He survived the 70s and 80s?
The AIDS epidemic. He lived through that, no problem.
And he said he's been fucking everyone. I love that.
We'll try and figure out the exact math. How many men he fucked right up until his death.
Use that man's blood to make a cure.
Yeah, you really should. Because he's just a wonderful human being.
He's such an interesting character, and I can't wait to talk about him. Like, he really is. Like, we actually say this in a respectful way. Like, we just think he's an interest. Like, his career is all. It's a roller coaster.
I don't think
of quality.
Yeah, I don't think Joel Schumacher will mind us referencing the fact that he said he fucked 10,000 men in his life.
He was flexing.
He was totally flexing.
He was flexing.
Anyway, we'll get into it. We're also going to talk about Christopher Nolan, Tenet being pushed back another 2 weeks.
Spoiler alert! It ain't coming out.
It is not coming out, and just before we came on air, The Boys Season 2 had a big stream hosted by Patton Oswalt.
An announcement, the release date.
Yeah, September 4th.
A teaser. You gave it away already. So why not listen to the rest of the podcast? God damn it, Connor.
But we haven't discussed the teaser.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
I'm just hazing.
I know, you're just hazing.
And that's really the episode.
That's the episode, yeah. So we hope you enjoy.
Ready to dip in?
Let's get to the way back.
Yeah, the way back.
The way back. So The Way Back is a sports movie starring Ben Affleck. I think we said that.
Yeah, specifically a basketball movie.
Hell yeah. And you and me have recently indulged in the great documentary on Netflix called
The Last Dance. Now, it's not on Netflix in America, I don't think.
No.
I think it's made by someone else, but we got it over in Ireland, probably UK got it as well on Netflix.
And we love it.
I'm so uneducated when it comes to the sport of basketball.
Me
and
too.
This was when you don't care about a sport.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone who's mad into the NBA, but I just don't care for it. It's not that popular in Ireland.
Yeah.
Like, it exists in Ireland, but it's not that popular.
No.
Like, behind soccer and rugby,
Yeah.
it's many leagues below.
And GAA even.
Yeah, and hurling,
Yeah.
like the actual Irish sports.
All our American listeners think I just misspoke. GAA is it's an Irish league. It's a big
you're not
thing
referencing
here.
something to do with Joel Schumacher.
No, that would be
Even
GAA.
though
Why? Because he gotta have sex. You
And
know what
he
I'm
did
saying?
gay lick people.
He did gay lick people.
The joke writes itself.
Boy, oh boy, if you don't like and subscribe right now after that joke, you are missing out. Come on, like,
Sure,
subscribe, Instagram, all that stuff, just for that one joke right there. That's the best written joke on Straight to Series. We just gained another wheel for that joke.
And because of that
start the
joke,
timer.
I'm going to start the timer.
Yeah, but we both watched The Last Dance. It's a documentary about Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, their 1993?
Well, it's kind of their whole history, though.
It's
It
kind
kind
of
of
their
goes
whole
back
history.
and forth.
Yeah.
It kind of goes from the start to the end.
To the end.
To their last dance.
The Last Dance.
And what my point before I got sidetracked making homosexual jokes.
Yeah.
Is that even though I don't care about the sport, I loved the documentary, and
Me
I
too.
always look back at Moneyball, because baseball is not big in Ireland either.
No.
I watched Moneyball and I'm like, this is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
For those 2.5 hours, I love baseball.
Yeah. And when you're watching The Last Dance, every episode, you're like, God damn it, I love basketball.
Michael Jordan is a stud.
Every single one of the members of that team is a stud. A newfound respect for Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman is just like a pop culture joke right now.
The thing I knew
like,
about...
no offense to the man, but he is.
Yeah.
All I see is mad hair and piercings.
And Dennis Rodman, my point of reference for him is that he is an honorary member of North Korea and friends with Kim Jong-un.
No, that's because that's all I've seen in the media for the last 10 years. Where was it happened beforehand.
I know.
But him dating Carmen Electra,
him dating Madonna.
he should put Madonna, yeah, sure, but Carmen Electra, she's like the wheels haven't fallen off that.
Oh my! In fairness, in the documentary, when you look at her, you're like, man, Carmen, you are trying to look hot in this. You know what I mean?
Well, she is hot. Come on, are you kicking her out of the bed?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, she's
You
like.
see her on Tinder, you're like.
But it's like all the basketball players are in casual
He
outfits.
quit drinking for 2 weeks.
I know. Yeah.
He's like Carmen Electra. Back in the bus.
No, thank you.
Pass.
Hard pass. Thank you very much. Next. You again, Madonna. Go to the back. No,
I smell something
thought it was fishy. No, but everyone's like in their normal clothes, just trying to look fine and everything, except for like the businessmen who are constantly in suits. I feel like they get put to bed in suits. But Carmen Electra has like this. She's like super push-up top.
There's
and
like
everything.
under boob, there's side boob,
Yeah.
there's full on boob.
Yeah.
There's a lot of boob going on.
A lot of boob going
I don't
on.
know if she even showed her face because I didn't look at her
I
face.
didn't. Yeah.
Maybe the wheels did fall off.
Yeah.
But either way, that's like that's a CV kind of credit right there. Like dated Carmen Electra.
Yeah, totally. And
Below that, dated Madonna in smaller writing.
below that, WCW wrestler, wasn't that it? He was part of the Attitude Era.
He didn't show up for practice.
He didn't show up for practice because
this is a review for The Way Back, by the way.
I know, yeah. We're gonna get back to The Way Back, but
I just want to also make it clear that this is how uneducated I am when it comes to the game of basketball. While watching that documentary, I realised that Space Jam is directly responsible for me not understanding the rules of basketball.
Yeah, me too.
I grew up on that movie. That's if you said to me, Michael Jordan, I don't go to basketball.
No.
I go to Space Jam.
Space Jam,
and
yeah.
then basketball's behind that. That's how unpopular basketball is in this country, and also me just being so uneducated in the sport.
If you ask me who are the two greatest basketball players of all time, I would say Michael Jordan and Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. I knew you were going to say Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, Michael Jordan, and then the Looney Tunes cast, and that's the greatest
and
team
Kramer.
of all time. Kramer, yeah, Kramer's in there as well. But yeah, I mean, they even reference Space Jam in it. The Last Dance for like, it's probably the best documentary I've watched in years. Like,
definitely sports documentary. Like now, Icarus was up there.
Icarus.
That's excellent because we're obsessed with steroids.
Obsessed, and
Clearly,
yeah, I know. Still steroid free for better than Batman, by the way. Although, if the people who are playing along at home aren't steroid free, let me know, because I want to see the progress results.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Yeah, we're okay.
Get some chemical help there.
Get some chemical help
on the super sauce.
Get some assistance.
Not the applesauce, the super sauce.
Yeah, get that bull semen in you.
Yeah, boy.
But
some stem cells.
Oh, love it. But basically, what we're trying to say is we were like in peak basketball mindset when we watched this, where we were like, man, The Last Dance was so cool. I care so much about basketball. Hey, let's watch The Way Back. And you watched it last week. We were supposed to review it on last week's podcast. I didn't watch it.
Someone dropped the basketball.
I dropped the basketball on that one. But I watched it this week. And I got to say, loved it.
I loved it too.
Yeah.
It's so close to reality in a way.
Yeah.
Like it literally is, hey, here's Ben Affleck's comeback story in real life, and let's just make him a basketball coach.
Yeah.
So like for anyone, I'm not talking about wheels falling off. Everything, the bonnet, all parts fell off when Ben Affleck, he got divorced. He was suffering from alcoholism
and depression,
and it was like a accumulation of like Justice League bombing hard, him carb loading throughout the whole film shoot. His passion project.
I was going to say it started before that. It was the excitement of Batman versus Superman that then led to bad reviews, which then led to Live by Night being overshadowed by Batman.
His own movie, The Batman, that he was working on at the time.
Then it was the Justice League reshoots and everything having to come back. His marriage was falling apart.
And then his alcoholism as well just got
worse
and worse, yeah. And then, of course, he kind of disappeared for like a year or so.
Went into rehab.
And if you watch this movie, there's something so genuine about his performance. Yeah, like he lived that.
Yeah, you're kind of like, oh, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about.
Also, he's quite the tall guy.
Yeah.
So you kind of go, he could play basketball.
Totally.
No, he does have that disability.
Of being
Caucasian.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. You're correct. Yeah, that's true.
But he'd make a great coach. That's what we learned from watching The Last Dance. That's actually what we learned from The Last Dance.
That is true.
Why don't you have this stupid white guy talk about basketball? And then like every manager is like a white dude.
White guy.
And the guys who are up, the big wigs, are all these like white dudes as well.
Yeah, there's a guy on the
They look like all the heads of Warner Brothers Studios. You know that way? Like,
yeah. They're all the people that are being criticized now for putting out ad campaigns saying Black Lives Matter.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But like, how can we make some money off this?
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. Like commercializing it.
But yeah, funny enough, when I was a kid, everyone was like, especially in my secondary school, everyone was like, secondary school is like high school, by the way. It's like, you got to play basketball. You're tall. I went to one training session, wasn't very good. They're like, oh yeah, it's 2 hours every 3 days. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not playing basketball.
Why did I didn't get that.
You didn't have the same treatment?
No.
That's weird. You're like 6'2", 3?
Abouts, yeah,
definitely, yeah,
in around there. Yeah, I never got that at all.
Weird. That's weird. And then they were like, go play rugby.
And I said, I'll be a goalie instead. And they were like,
you do not understand them.
Have you ever played tennis?
Yeah,
I guess I'm playing tennis.
Me too.
Now.
That's what I was like. I was like, can we go play tennis instead though? I'm like, I'm pretty good at tennis. There, you were like, but Tweety Bird was on the team.
Yeah, I know. If Tweety Bird can do it, for fuck's sake.
Marvin
like,
the Martian was there.
Yeah, I'm just a substitute. You know?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
you're a Wile E. Coyote holding up the sign.
You do the stats.
Yeah,
you do the stats.
You do stats.
You're just an integral part of the team. You're just like everyone on the court.
I had an idea for a movie recently about a guy being sidelined to do the stats or photography on a football team.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you about it after the podcast.
It's out there now. It's out there now.
But I have an idea.
Some Warner Brothers exec.
Yeah.
Off the list.
I was walking my dog and I was very bored.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we should go and talk about the team behind The Way Back, because Gavin O'Connor made it. Also a dude who's in the Warner Brothers business and the Ben Affleck business.
Yeah.
He's made multiple Warner Brothers movies, including he made Warriors, but then he went on, which I love. I love Warrior.
Never seen
sorry,
this.
it's just called Warrior, not Warriors.
Yeah.
It's just called Warrior. Love that movie. Such a manly movie about two brothers who have to fight in an octagon, MMA style. Like, whoa! It's such a manly story.
Such a fucking chick flick. Can't believe you watched that.
My testosterone levels through the roof watching that. And
hard as a rock. Turning to your girlfriend. Why aren't you enjoying this?
Yeah. She's like, why do you have a boner? It's two dudes wrestling. I'm
Why
like,
don't you have a
me
boner?
At all.
Yeah.
You don't get me at all.
Yeah.
Please leave. But what I was going to say is Gavin O'Connor is like so inconsistent. I'm like, I want to like you, but then you make a good movie, you make a bad movie. Like he made Warrior, I loved Warrior, but then he made The Accountant with Ben Affleck in it, and that's really middle of the road. Like it's so middle of the road. It's also about brothers fighting as well. You're like, Warrior.
That's where Shane Black got his idea for Predator. Autism, you say?
Autism.
He's like,
bad movie, you say.
Write that down.
And there's supposed to be a sequel in the works for The Accountant. So clearly they want to work together again, Gavin O'Connor and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And then while they were waiting for that, Gavin O'Connor got the call up to the big leagues.
Yeah. How would you like to direct The Suicide Squad?
Very much so. Let me write a script straight away. Goes hard at work at it. Submits it. Warner Brothers goes, do you know, we really like it, and that's why we're already making this movie, and it's called Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Have you heard that story?
I have.
So he wrote Birds of Prey, but with the Suicide Squad, and you can so see how it's a squad. It's another squad, you know?
Yeah.
Birds of Prey are the ladies, and Suicide Squad is just like the delinquents, you know?
Yeah, basically.
But he pretty much wrote Birds of Prey and submitted it, and Warner Brothers was like, this is great, and that's why we passed the script a few months ago. We're making this movie. And Gavin O'Connor was so pissed. He was like, fuck this, creative differences, and left.
You know what?
And then, I gotta say, I'm so happy he left.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he wrote that script.
I know.
But who's overseeing the script writing?
I
Like,
know.
you're not writing a script for a movie that's probably going to cost 150 million without the execs dipping in and out going, great work. Like, who dropped the ball there?
Do you think he had like Black Mask and everything in it? Victor's asking. He's like, yeah, we're going to use all these characters. It's going to be great. And Warner was like, keep going, Gavin. This is hot
This
stuff.
sounds great. Maybe they're going, this sounds great. Female-centric Birds of Prey. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen.
No, that's not going to get off the ground.
No,
and then Margot
There's no money in it.
Margot Robbie's like, yeah, take my money, and throwing it at people. And then you're like, oh, okay, we'll do that, I guess.
And that was a fine movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it's a fine movie.
I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if they used Black Mask, but I bet like just the beats were, you know, like
I could see it.
What's it?
Story beats.
Story beats. Yeah, you could they probably just nearly bang on the same. Like,
Also, it is sad that in the Birds of Prey movie, my favorite part in it is Black Mask. It should have been the Birds of Prey. You know what I mean?
No, like Margot Robbie, we know that she's going to be consistently amazing. Like she's so consistent. You're like, she's going to nail it no matter what. But I kind of wanted the other characters to pop more than they did. Black Canary is pretty awesome, but I'm left wanting more, and I know they're like, that's a good thing, but like, no, I need more to really like her, you know that way?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead is probably the second best in that movie.
I think she is.
Right after it goes Black Mask and then Huntress, I would say.
Yeah.
And then
except I think we all know that Margot Robbie's gonna nail it as Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I don't know, I was a bit sick of her shtick. I've watched a few clips now and I'm like, I'm just kind of sick of you now, you know?
Well, you can see the parallels to Deadpool, as well, because that works so well. And they're like, oh, R-rated.
Yeah.
Someone say R-rated.
But I just don't enjoy the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn stuff as much as I do the Deadpool stuff. Don't know why.
It's also kind of limping because of Joker not being involved.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being like a Harley Quinn centric movie, but he's such an interesting part of her story.
Yeah. And
like the breakup is great, but I want to see it happen, and I kind of want to see it. I want to see shades of it. I want the first act. He should be in at least.
I know. Well, if you want to see that, why don't you watch the Harley Quinn animated TV show? Season 2 just ended with the finale. No.
Air cut.
Oh,
Air
sorry.
cut.
Air cut.
I see your Harley Quinn animated series, and I raise you an air cut.
Do you know...
Get that shit out of my face. Get that shit out of my face.
Do you know Joker predicted the proper 12 virus? You know, covering your mouth, making sure you didn't get your germs on when you were going...
There you go.
See?
There you go.
That movie thinks.
And that's what Damage was.
He doesn't want the world to be
affected,
damaged.
it might as well say.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, this is a review for The Way Back. We just
Way
want to
Back.
make that very clear.
And it's a great movie. But what I was trying to say is Gavin O'Connor, boom, boom, boom. He's into Warner Brothers business. Tried to make a Suicide Squad movie. They were like, yeah, we already okayed this movie to be made. It's called Birds of Prey. Back of the bus. And then he went on to make The Way Back with Ben Affleck. So now they have The Accountant in development, The Accountant sequel.
Yeah.
And now they made The Way Back.
The Way Back.
So they obviously like each other and they like Warner Brothers.
Did Gavin O'Connor write this role for Ben Affleck by any chance?
I don't know, but no, he didn't write the movie.
Did he not?
He didn't write the movie. I'll see who wrote it.
Do you think he was like, he's sending this to Ben in rehab? Yo, Ben,
Yeah.
found this great movie.
He's like, too soon,
You'd
man.
be perfect for this. Ben's like, I'm literally on step 2. Why are you sending me this?
Yeah, I know. Brad Inglesby?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Brad Inglesby.
Yeah.
Put it this way, he's not blue on Wikipedia, so we can't click into
can't
him.
even click into his name.
This is a fine movie though to write if this is like one or
Totally.
his first or second. Maybe this easily could be like the first movie that got past development. You know, because there's so many screenwriters that have like 10 movies that are fluctuating throughout Hollywood,
and then you have those
never get made.
Yeah, I know. And then you have those writers who like they send into dying projects to just finish it up. Like whoever writes Transformers, whoever fucking writes, I don't know, Fast and Furious. Sorry, that's a Vin Diesel alone.
Yeah, he comes in and goes, give me the pen, guys.
He comes in.
Give me the pen. Give me some eclairs and birthday cake.
He's like, yo, me and Michelle Rodriguez, we're just writing Fast and Furious 9 now. Check us out, guys. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Hangs up the phone and Michelle Rodriguez is like, can I go home? He's like, yeah, I'm better off writing it by myself. Yeah, don't worry about it. I got this. Just typing away. He's like, John Cena.
His big fingers.
Vin
Diesel's fat, by the way.
He is fat. John Cena, smaller than me, is playing brother, will beat up.
I will beat up. Car to face, jog it off, and then beat up Cena again.
Beat up Cena again. Yay!
Send.
John Cena, main villain, but will never defeat Dom in fight because Dom too cool and have family. And then he sends it, and the producer's like, "Listen, Vin, we know you like these movies, but could you at least put punctuation in this thing? It's really all over the place."
And he goes, "No," and then equals $1 billion. That's what's crazy about that whole story.
I mean, you've seen a reaction to the trailer, like. It's a money-making machine.
And I'm gonna watch it. I'm hating on it, and I'm gonna watch it.
The Way Back.
The Way Back. Gavin O'Connor. That was my rundown of Gavin O'Connor's history.
We took a real long path to get that. I think I burned a few calories on that run to get there.
I sure
did,
there. Man. I've been using these neck muscles.
Hell yeah. You know, when the reviews of this movie came out, they're like, it's a really good sports movie, you know, but it doesn't do anything original. And I think that's the best way to describe this.
It is.
If you've seen a sports movie before, guess what? You know the plot of The Way Back. But if you didn't really like that sports movie, you might actually like this one because it's well acted, well written. The only big name in it is Ben Affleck, which is actually pretty cool.
I like that. I actually really like that. Yeah.
Because all the other people, like, it gives them a chance to shine.
I know his sister. I know her face.
Yeah.
She's been in loads of things.
I know. She's one of those faces people.
Where I'm like, I don't know her, but I know her.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like the white guy on the basketball team as well. You know, the one who's going out with the cheerleader, and he's always like slipping away. He's clearly trying to be black.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, like as you were saying, it's absolutely riddled with cliches.
Yeah.
But they're done and executed well.
Yeah.
That's the thing with cliches. Like they work as long as you give them depth and you put some time and effort into them. Where that's why when you watch a shitty movie, it's just like, well, this is a go-to formula that works.
Yeah.
Cliche, cliche, cliche. I don't care if they stick the landing or not. It should just work. You know, this has some emotional depth.
It does.
Like your heart breaks when you watch Ben Affleck struggle
with drinking and everything.
And I think his alcoholism is executed perfectly. Like I believe now, obviously he's lived it.
Yeah, totally. No, it's done really well in that. Now you made a great point. Were we going to spoil this movie in this review? I mean, will we spoil...
The point that you're making, I don't think, is necessarily a spoiler because, spoiler alert, he finds his way back.
Yeah, he's trying to find his way back from drinking.
It's in the name. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's obvious that, like, it's a redemption story. It's 100% a sports redemption story.
Basketball team not doing well. Finding way back to doing well.
Alcoholism...
Finding way
sobriety
back.
over here with basketball team doing well.
Finding way back to the hoop. The hoop.
3-pointer.
Boom. I understand
basketball. I was thinking the same thing.
Anyway.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Space
Jordan.
Jam.
Thanks, Space Jam. He's not dead. Anyway.
Nobody's really tall.
He is really tall. But not very tall for an NBA player, as I was taught in The Last Dance.
I know basketball.
I know basketball,
He's 6'6".
baby. And actually, this team, small team. That's one of the points in the movie. They're like, you're a small team. Play with a chip on your shoulder. Play, go out there, pick up the space. We need you to do the right thing.
Exactly. And as we said, it's a redemption story.
Yeah.
And it's the way back.
Anyway, the first time he thinks about not drinking, he goes to a bar, he pulls up outside.
In his truck. His run-down truck, because it's a redemption story.
He's a steel worker, much like in Flashdance.
Yeah.
He's a steel worker by day and a basketball coach. Yeah, no dancing, unfortunately. But like the first time he goes to a bar, he considers not drinking. You're kind of like, I want you to go in and drink.
I just want that moment, that pause, where he's like, this isn't good for me.
Yeah, but
maybe I shouldn't drink.
Goes in anyway.
But I'm gonna drink.
Yeah,
it's muscle memory, and it's also I gotta quench that alcoholic thirst.
Yeah. But he thinks about it when he's in there. He's like, man, that was weird that I didn't want to go in here for a second. But he's still drinking. Whereas in the movie, they kind of speed it up where he's like, he stops, and then you're like, no, I will not drink. And it's like, that doesn't feel as earned. It
was the first time that he does it. Now, like, there's a lot of building before that moment.
There's a steadying less and less alcohol in his fridge and everything, which is cool.
He's pretty much getting something to live for.
Yeah.
That way, slowly getting something to live for. And then that one time where he contemplates, should I go into this bar? That's the moment where I think the guy who wrote the movie, and I think Gavin O'Connor and Ben Affleck really executed and stuck the landing. But at the same time, that's the perfect moment. Just give us an extra 5 minutes. That's all it'll add to the runtime. It's less than 2 hours already. Yeah. And just go, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it. But he just realized that he shouldn't do it. And for the first time, he went, this is bad for me. Mm-hmm. And, I do need to turn my life around. And I was like, oh, please don't go in. Oh, please do go in.
Yeah.
Please do go in. This would be beautiful. This would be beautiful. Yeah. No, we're going to cliche route.
I know.
Okay, we're going. Now, I mean, that's probably my only true grievance with this movie.
Yeah, me too. I like...
And the trailer.
Fuck
the person who cut that trailer.
Whoever cut that trailer, no Chris Nolan cut that trailer, let me tell you. It takes everything in that, when you look at all the cliches, it takes the worst part of some of the scenes and just... Without context, it looks so bad.
Substance, off you go.
Off you go.
Off you go, substance.
Hey.
Depth.
Out
of here. You go. Yeah. See you later. Let's just take the bare minimum of the cliches, the bones.
Yeah. Let's take what we think people are going to like, the sassy attitude of the basketball players.
Yeah, where the guy's like, yo, bro, he just hit you with some statistics. Oh! And I'm like, I've seen this movie, and it's crap.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie many times before. It's crap.
And you think, if that's in the trailer, that's the best part of the movie. Why are they showing me that?
Even that moment in the movie, because we watched The Last Dance, we understand it a little bit more.
Yeah.
When they're talking about the statistics and all like that, that's actually a way better scene than what's in the trailer.
I know.
Way better.
Yeah. Also, Ben Affleck's coaching advice echoes some of the stuff that they teach in The Last Dance big time.
Yeah.
When people, it's a typical sports movie. There's drama among some of the players, and when some of them aren't performing, you see similar things that happen in The Last Dance, where Ben Affleck starts using Michael Jordan tactics, I would say. You know what I'm referring to, and you're like, oh, this is so cool that this is consistent. This is what I learned when I was watching The Last Dance.
And also because he's an alcoholic and shit's going bad in his life, he's so unfiltered that he's on the court. He's like, oh, motherfucker, that's a bullshit.
Horseshit. He's like, that's a horseshit call. And the other coach is like staring up at him.
Also, he's constantly losing his voice. And I was like, was that like a creative idea?
Yeah.
Or is that just literally Ben Affleck having some rough nights and he is actually just losing his voice because he's out in the club singing and dancing?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. Singing and dancing away the memory of Jennifer Garner.
Oh,
I was Batman once. nuts. And then Anna de Armas comes up like a beautiful flower and saves his life.
Oh my love, doing the pottery from
My darling.
yeah. Yeah, it's a. Oh, you actually shouted out where they do the matches, where there's like a freeze frame and the score comes up.
And it's actually, a lot of times, it's like the intensity. It's such a creative move. And actually, do you know, when I watched it, I went, who came up with that? Was that the editor? Because that's like the unspoken hero. You know, when someone comes up with such a clever idea, but you're like, oh, it's the director or it's the actor. Like, that's all you think of.
Yeah.
It's like the drummer in a band. You're not like, wow, that beat is amazing. You're like, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I know.
Freddie Mercury singing that song.
Yeah. That guitar solo was really great.
What's his name? Is it Richard Deacon?
Richard Deacon is the drummer, yeah.
And you're like, he wrote loads of songs.
You know what? Yes, he did. It's like when you watch the I Want to Break Free music video, they're all dressed as women. And they're like, that was probably the gay guy's idea.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's actually Richard Deacon's idea to do that. It was his call.
Or Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins, that's it.
Yeah, Roger Deakins, yeah.
Roger
I used to get that. When I was in a band, there were certain songs where I'd write all the lyrics to. And I was like, I really loved those lyrics. And then my friend, I remember, once went up to the lead singer and said, man, I love the lyrics that you wrote for that song. And it broke my heart. Even though the singer went, actually, Ian wrote that. But I was still like, it's like, I know it's obvious. Like, of course, you're going to go lead singer singing his heart out.
Yeah.
He probably wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, of course.
But it still breaks your heart where you're like, but it's like the drummer. Like, no one's going to look at Freddie Mercury and go, fair play to the drummer for writing that vocal line.
But it's
that vocal line's amazing.
It's one of those things that's innocent ignorance. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, guy sang words, guy must write words. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You totally do that math in your head. Rush, actually the band Rush, the drummer is the main songwriter and the bassist is the main singer.
Who would think that?
I know.
Who would think that? Sorry, we're going such down a rabbit hole here.
Yeah.
But my point is, when the way they reveal the scores of the matches, so of course they're not going to show the whole match. Yeah. So a lot of times you see shit's going wrong, and you just see Ben Affleck going, "Motherfucker, that was a bullshit. That was horse shit," and then it just freeze frames, and you see the score down the bottom.
9 times out of 10 they won.
Yeah, but a lot of times at the start, you know, like, of course it's the way back for the team also.
Yeah, but
at the start you see when they're losing, and it's always close.
Yeah.
But I just love, you'd have to watch it to understand exactly what we mean. But the freeze frame at like the most unobvious kind of times, you know, that way we're like, it's not going to freeze frame there. Usually you're waiting for them to jump in the air and freeze frame.
Or even when the game they're winning, you're expecting to be dropped in at a moment of elation or victory, when really you're actually being dropped in the heat of it, where he's like, oh, he's like,
why we?
He's literally like, in some he's like this in the ground, and it's like Bishop Hayes. They destroyed the other team in that game. Bishop Hayes is the name of the school. They bring Ben Affleck back because he was a star basketball player, and it was the last time that the team got to the playoffs was when he was in the school. Yeah, you know. But he hasn't picked up a basketball in years because of his lots of reasons, lots of very dramatic sports movie reasons. A lot of paternal things in this movie, you know.
Oh yeah, like it's actually, I want to say it's a beautiful movie. I love it. I love the music.
Me too.
I love the music, and it's so that type of film music. Yeah, it's the guitar. Gavin O'Connor has to use the same person. I'm actually going to call it now because the music echoes Warrior as well.
Does it?
Because it's the guitar and it's the drums and it's those lush lines soaked in reverb, and it's really triumphant, and it's da 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 da, and it's building and building. I want to see. So Rob Simonson. I'm gonna call that he
did Warrior as well.
That he did Warrior. He had to have. Please be right now.
No, but he did. Good. Moneyball. Additional music in Moneyball.
Screw. Life's not worth living.
And Foxcatcher. Oh shit, he works with what's that director's name?
Brett Miller.
Brett Miller.
Brett Miller. I think
it is Brett Miller. Go into, if you just click in Moneyball.
Bennett Miller. Oh, life's not worth living. I got another thing wrong.
Oh well. Bennett Miller, one of my new. Not one of my new, but like. Now that I know that he's made 3 movies and all of them are amazing, I'm like, he's one of my new favorite directors.
He's great. He's fantastic. And talk about consistency.
You want
to make a bad movie? Nah,
rather
today.
not. But you know what?
I had to double check. I got it wrong. I definitely got it wrong.
One of the great things about this movie, I actually thought it did evoke Moneyball in terms of its editing and everything. When you're getting the scores and talking about statistics and everything, and even I did sense the music. I was like, this is kind of a Moneyball vibe, you know. Even though Moneyball has very distinct music tones and everything,
but it is that kind of cliche. Do you know who uses that sort of music? Is your man who does all those Mark Wahlberg movies.
Oh, like The Patriot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you always have the same? Not as much The Patriot though, but it's Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor has such a specific sound, and it's the guitar, and it's a sound, and I know that sound.
Yeah.
Now I want to see if you if you wrote the music.
By the way, I actually want to say, check out the Mr. Sunday Movies did a great Moneyball review. I recommended it to Ian as well. It's so cool. If you like that movie, check it out. But yeah, who are we checking up now? We're still looking at the poster.
Forget it. I'm being wrong again.
Oh, that's okay, Ian. You can be right later in the podcast. It's okay. I'll be wrong later. You can be right.
I kind of don't like that this film. Now, also the virus that shall not be named had a huge impact on this movie financially.
Yeah.
Like where it literally came out for 2 weeks, maybe 1 week,
Yeah.
and the week it was already affecting cinemas. So in other words, like when it came out, it was like loads of cinemas were closed, and then the second week, like no cinemas were pretty much open. It probably was on like 3 or 4 screens,
Which is probably what's going to happen after the virus as well. Anyway,
but what I was going to say is this kind of was just slid under the door secretly, like, and it's such a great performance. Even if you don't love the movie, I think you'll appreciate Ben Affleck's performance.
Yeah, I think this needs to hit a streaming service soon, because
it really does.
It's gonna be one of those movies where people are like, that was really good. You know, people are gonna be shouting it out on Twitter and everything. It's gonna have a second life. You know,
and if you look at that and then you look at Justice League, you're like, what? Wait, this guy is phoning it in and he's just eating Snickers every scene, and then all of a sudden he is so present.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
It is. It's great.
Its depiction of alcoholism, I thought, was perfect. Like I thought it was really good.
Actually, I should say his last movie before that, it was Triple Frontier. That was the movie before this one. It wasn't Justice League.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was Triple Frontier, which was a bit of a. It was okay.
It was one of those movies where it's like, man, that's an all-star cast, and then you watch it and you're like, why aren't these people? Why isn't this good?
And the director is excellent. He also did Oscar Isaac's in it and Charlie Hunnam, and he did a movie there recently with Oscar Isaac, A Violent Year.
Yeah.
Was it A Most Violent Year?
A Most Violent Year.
With Jessica Chastain as well. That's an excellent movie. The same director then worked on Triple Frontier. So you're like, great director, great cast, and it's not a great movie.
It's not a great movie. I recently rewatched.
And he's kind of phoning it. It kind of feels like he's not fully present in that movie.
No, definitely
Super
not.
Super overweight.
Yeah, and he's playing a military badass. Like here, he's an alcoholic. He actually has kind of an alcoholic's body, I would say. Big belly, kind of like he's a steel worker, so he kind of has the broad shoulders still.
He does, yeah.
You know?
It's Ben Affleck as well. He's got those broad shoulders, you know.
You know, he remembers pulling those tires as Batman. You
yeah,
know?
Boy.
They're still showing up on the body.
And I think the shoulders are coming in again because of all the Pound Town that he's going to with Ana de Armas, you know.
Hell yeah.
He's cutting those calories as well because he's
100%.
just fucking them out of him.
He's like, oh, geez, I'm not even eating as much.
He has no fluids in his body. No fluids.
I just gain fluids and then go back to Anna. That's it.
That's it,
That's it, yeah.
It's just an absolute fuck fest for this whole pandemic.
She's meant to be working tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do all day.
I guess I'm going to look at pictures of her and miss her. I'm going to miss her all day. That's what I'm going to
suggest we go to the beach so I can take pictures of her. That's what I'm going to suggest.
What a beautiful union.
And this is like past. He's like, I'm going to do it. And then those guys who made fun of my tattoo in Ireland, that Straight to Serious podcast, one of them's going to send this article to the other guy, and then they're going to be my biggest fans for the next while.
Fans, and you would be correct.
You're correct.
Yeah. Jennifer Gugan, I can't remember her name. Jennifer Gugan.
She was Electra or some shit. I don't know.
Electrical or something. Electrical.
Yeah, we shouldn't diss. I'm sure he still loves her.
It's the mother of his children. But Ana de Armas, like, Jennifer Garner, hold my beer. Like seriously.
Next.
Yeah. It's a beautiful movie.
It's a beautiful movie. Two beautiful women. One of them more beautiful than the other. But I mean, let's not get into it, okay?
I want to see what Ben's going to do next.
Me too.
I guess the Snyder Cut is technically what he's got coming out, but I want to see what
he seems to be pretending to be excited about that.
Surely he has to be developing something to direct. It's been a while.
I don't think he wants to get by. I think he was really burned by Live by Night.
Man, Argo.
Yeah, I know.
Argo, come on.
I know.
He
but
should get back behind the camera. He's
should.
Excellent.
Oh.
The Town, Argo, Gone Baby. Shut your mouth.
I don't disagree. Gone Girl. Oh, yeah.
No, it's not Gone Girl.
Oh, sorry. Gone Baby. You're right.
He was in Gone Girl.
He was
Fantastic
in Gone Girl.
movie.
I love that movie.
Is it Gone Baby Gone or just Gone Baby?
I think it's Gone Baby.
With his brother, Casey Affleck.
Yeah. I don't disagree. He should get behind the camera. However, recovering alcoholic, really invested in his last movie, didn't go very well.
Yeah.
don't think he's going to be behind the camera for another while.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see. Anna will convince him. She's like, and put me in it. Why not? And he's like,
it's like the way back 2. Get right in it now.
The 100% I'll put you in it. And
super successful basketball player.
He's like,
he returns to form. He's on the pitch now. Or the pitch, you hear me? That's how uneducated I am. Goddamn Space Jam.
Michael Jordan and put a cigarette out on your head.
He would. He would.
Put a cigar, I should say.
And then dresses whiskey on me. On my head.
And he'd be like, stay sitting there. And he's like, I'll pay you $500 to stay sitting there.
Literally
and you're like,
hold my beer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay, Mike.
You're a god.
Okay, MJ.
Yeah, so I think we've covered everything on the way back.
Yeah, I fully recommend it. I really
check
do.
it out. Check it out. Don't watch Artemis Fowl. Watch The Way Back instead.
Don't watch Artemis Fowl.
Watch we watched The King of Staten Island.
Loved it.
The Five Bloods.
Loved it.
And The Way Back.
Loved it.
3 good movies for you.
I would say The Way Back might be the least of those in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'd rank it 3rd, but I still really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I think we're on a bit of a roll.
We are.
And I know you hated it, but you knew the source material.
I did.
Artemis Fowl, I kind of loved hating on it. I actually enjoyed it. I think that our review last week was the most fun negative review we've done so far.
We definitely weren't depressed.
No.
When I was dipping into depression, you'd pull me out by saying top of the morning to you. Yeah. We were thinking of doing
Followed by a meow.
Yeah. We were thinking of doing an audio commentary for that movie at some stage, potentially.
That would be fantastic, because we essentially did it before the podcast and just had such a good laugh.
Yeah, and I'll definitely watch it again just to do that, put out some content. So tell us in the comments
if you want to see
some of these people that we wanted to shout out.
Well, we shout out now.
Yeah,
we shout them out.
We wanted to shout out a few people in the comments who are always, liking us, being vocal in the community and everything.
Being very supportive.
Very supportive.
Seems to listen to every or watch every episode, which we really appreciate that support.
Yeah. So Rory
Ledden.
Yeah.
Are we saying full names?
I don't know. Should we say full names?
Too late for that.
Too late for that.
Congratulations on your new job.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah.
Thanks for texting me about that. Son of a bitch never did. We want to say James. Are we saying full names? Will we not say full names?
I don't know. Yeah, what should we say?
James P.
James P.
You know who you are. Thanks for the support. You're always commenting on our stuff.
Yeah, we wanted to shout you out. You seem to be like the
and he
database.
Makes really fun content himself as well. Actually,
check it out.
Actually, will I shout out the name of his
Instagram?
Because I actually really enjoy his videos.
Check out the Straight to Series Instagram. It's where we're most active. We want to hit 2,000 followers before the end of the year.
We do some serious work on that as well.
We do. Ian does some serious work. I only respond to thirst comments on Instagram.
You fucking do.
Yeah. Ian told me,
if you're hot enough, you're getting a follow back and it has nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do
this
with
guy.
Yeah. Ian told me there was a thirsty comment on one of our podcasts. I spent about 20 minutes going through it.
This guy was parched. He was looking for it.
This person.
And so 80s parody on Survivor.
Yeah.
Is James P's account, and it's on Instagram. It's fun content. And then we want to shout out Heather. We don't even know her second name anyway. You're always listening to our content, and we really appreciate the support.
Yeah. So thanks everyone.
Yeah.
And if you are an active member of the community and we didn't shout you out, we will at some stage.
Hit us up, and then we will.
Yeah, totally. Well, don't be like, hey,
yo, bitch boy, you better put my name in
you
there.
You didn't shout us out because that's not how you get things done, But just be nice, be active.
Be nice.
Yeah.
I like nice comments.
Yeah. That's what we do with our artwork as well. Whenever we share lots of posters, movie posters and everything.
Yeah.
Always
I'm addicted to movie posters. I'm fucking addicted to fan art. I'm actually addicted.
Yeah.
I seriously am.
If you could get them all, they would be all over this wall.
My phone is heavy.
It is.
With the amount of fan art that I have saved on this.
And mine's the cracked one, which is weird. Yeah, I feel like you get yours repaired straight away because you need to see that fan art in all its glory,
I do. I really enjoy it.
But we always shout out the artists, and we'd love for you to check them out when we shout them out because
it's always on our story.
Yeah,
just littered with great fan art.
Yeah. And they're not of us, by the way. We should say not fan art.
Oh man,
of
my
us.
stick men are atrocious. Yeah. Honestly, they're crooked.
Yeah, I'm like Dennis Reynolds when he draws. Just huge breasts, tiny waist, and everything.
He's a 5-star man.
He's a perfect woman.
What can I say?
Suck your gut in. And she's like, there's no gut to suck in. Bitch, I swear to God.
Do you want to get to another 5-star man?
Hell yeah.
Who's gonna dip into another 5-star role?
Michael Keaton. Our Batman.
I grew up on Keaton as Batman in the cowl.
Me too.
So, it's not confirmed yet, but it's not a rumor. He's officially in talks with Warner Brothers to come and star as Batman, to return, triumphantly return as Batman.
For the Flash movie.
With Anthony
Muschietti.
Which, Andy... Muschietti, who also directed chapter 1 and 2 of It.
Yeah.
So,
which are two
chapter
solid
1,
movies. Really
super
good.
solid.
Chapter 2, what a great comedy.
What a great
comedy. Bill Hader,
Hader's
awesome.
in it.
Awesome in that.
Jessica Chastain is, I guess, doing
work.
She's there.
She's there.
James McAvoy is pretty decent in it.
Pretty good, yeah. Oh, the guy who plays Eddie. Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's so good.
So, yeah, our hero is coming back to play Batman, hopefully. Like, he's in talks. Like, what's he doing? Come on, is he making another RoboCop?
I could not be more excited.
Is he making another Need for Speed? Please, God, no.
He's actually being the...
Aaron Paul, he's too busy making apologetic videos.
Yeah, he's actually being the villain Nick Fury in the MCU, because he's visiting Morbius. You know, showing up there. He's making that Sinister Six, baby.
Isn't that weird that he could be like this integral part of
both
the
universes.
MCU and DC, playing both sides? And I'm okay with that.
Look, I'm okay with it too. And by the way, he's Batman till the day he dies, okay?
He is, and he knows it himself.
Yeah,
watch Birdman, for God's sake.
I know.
He's Batman.
He used to go up to Tom Holland, and just to make him break on set, he'd say, "I'm Batman." And
what a movie boner I would have. Seriously.
Michael Keaton is one of those actors that if I met, I'd be like, you do not know how important you were to my childhood.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like, he is that guy.
Yeah.
Even when I watched, I was so engrossed in those Batman movies that when I watched the animated series, I thought of Michael Keaton.
Me too.
You know, I know it doesn't sound like him.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin Conroy is amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Michael Keaton's Batman.
I know.
Michael Keaton's Batman. And George Clooney, he can't go fuck himself.
Yeah. Whenever I think of an actor, they're like, who do you picture as Batman? It is Michael Keaton.
It really is.
I do hear Kevin Conroy's voice.
And I do sometimes see Christian Bale as well.
Kind of, sometimes.
He's in my favourite Batman movie of all time, The Dark Knight.
He's in the greatest Batman movie, unequivocally, of all time, I would say. But yeah, if there's a way we can get across our level of excitement or enjoyment of Michael Keaton's Batman movies, like we watch clip after clip of a clip preparing
probably
for this.
2 hours.
2 hours of clips. You actually watched.
I watched the first two Batman movies. Well, it's just what is it? Just
it's
Batman,
just called
Batman 89, as people call it.
Batman 89 and then
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. And
it was delightful to revisit those. I haven't watched them in years.
I'm definitely going to do it. 100%.
You really should. And I was using your account.
I know, yeah. So
for a streaming service that shall not be named.
Yes, shall not be named.
Thanks, Now TV.
You should watch Flight of the Conchords. Endorse. Sponsorship.
Yeah.
We'll sell out. I don't know how many times we have to say this. We will sell out. 100%. Like,
give me the opportunity to sell my soul, and I will do it. You show me where to sign on that contract.
I feel like all the people who have hit us up in our emails have just been looking at our Instagram. Yeah. If they were looking at this, I feel like we'd be getting way more people being like...
I just want to be like, buy diet juice.
Yeah,
it makes you shit out all your calories.
Yeah. Would you like to take a pill to never poo again? I take it every day.
Motherfucker. You joke stealing bastard.
I stole that joke from Ian. 1-2 Unipoo. Yeah, I like that. You took the shit route, and I was like, I'll take your joke from earlier.
Yeah, you're like, I'll have that. Oh, you motherfucker.
It's all right. I credited you. I credited
me.
You just got in there quickly.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gaslighting you.
Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't matter. I'm going to hold on to
that.
But yeah, here, Michael Keaton. So, let's get down to brass tacks. So supposedly he's going to come back in The Flash for what most likely will be like a full role, obviously a supporting role, because Ezra Miller in this, because we're investigating the whole multiverse idea, so there's going to be multiple storylines, and in this storyline, Ezra Miller didn't chokeslam a bitch.
In this storyline, Ezra Miller's still the Flash.
In this world, in this timeline, Ezra Miller didn't chokeslam someone.
By the way,
and in this timeline, it's not on video. Yeah. And in this timeline, you can't find it on YouTube. Like if you just search right now, after you watch our podcast or listen to the podcast,
search up Ezra Miller fight, you'll see the video, and you can judge for yourself whether you should be the Flash or not anymore. By the way, Collider, you left it out of your article.
Yeah,
I'm just going to shout it out.
You must not have remembered.
You mustn't have remembered. Anyway, you could just...
Are they in the other timeline or something like that?
Must be. You can just re-upload the article and say, this film, Ezra Miller kind of under controversy right now for picking up that woman and slamming her on the ground, you know? But, whatever. No need to mention it.
Got you covered in the comments anyway, baby.
Yeah, we'll hit you up in the comments and be like, don't forget to mention that this...
Chokeslammed.
I mean, it's not like there's allegations. Like, the video is there of him picking her up, chokeslamming.
It does exist.
It's not a set.
She is paralyzed. I think I read that she's paralyzed. Okay, now I'm adding fiction to it. Everything else wasn't fiction, though.
Yeah, right up until then. Yeah,
but,
she challenged him to a fight, and like a real man, he fought a woman.
And it's on video. It's so funny. The guy who's taping it,
he's like, ha, ha, ha. Whoa,
whoa.
and then it cuts off. Yeah. Anyway,
Batman. Michael Keaton.
He's coming for basically Ezra Miller. It's the Flashpoint storyline, kind of. He's going to go back in time, save his mother, fuck the entire universe.
For anyone who's maybe not fully educated in this storyline, because like maybe people, DC, like some people are so into the Marvel universe now that they might not have known this. Now I'm sure I know loads of DC fans know this.
Yeah,
but you're a DC man right over here.
Let me get into this. By the way, you should read Flashpoint or watch the movie.
The animated movie is excellent.
Your favorite?
I think it is my favorite.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What's the Red Hood or Under the Red Hood?
Under the Red Hood.
That's excellent, but I think
Flashpoint beats it in terms of pure balls to the wall storytelling. I think
the animated movie is amazing.
It's so good, and so's the comic. But basically, the Flash's mom is killed. That's like when
he's a kid.
Backstory 101.
Yeah.
His dad's in jail for it. You see it in Justice League. Funny enough.
Also, you see it on the TV show.
On the TV show, if you watch the TV show, you know. So Flash goes back in time, saves his mom, but that sends ripple effects that make different things happen. So instead of Thomas and Martha Wayne getting shot, Bruce Wayne gets shot. Instead of Superman crash landing in Smallville, he lands in the center of Metropolis, killing millions. Instead of Aquaman and Wonder Woman being nice people, they're both ruthless tyrants who want to fuck the brains out of each other, despite Aquaman being married, which leads to his wife being beheaded.
And the funnest thing out of all of this means that Thomas Wayne, because his son gets shot in cold blood in Crime Alley, the alley that you shouldn't walk down because it's called the Crime Alley. He becomes Batman, and his mother, Martha, also the same name as Superman's mother.
Did you know
Isn't that interesting? Oh my god, we should write a movie around that.
They definitely wouldn't kill each other if they knew that. Yeah, it
third act reveal.
Third act reveal. As long as Thomas Wayne whispered Martha when he was dying.
Yeah.
Because what he would be thinking about when he's dying is not his son who's left. It would be his dying wife, obviously.
Exactly.
Obviously.
So when Bruce dies in Crime Alley, Thomas Wayne, he decides he's going to fight crime, where his mother goes insane and becomes the Joker,
which is awesome.
And it is actually awesome. I know if you don't know about Flashpoint and that storyline, or you haven't seen the animated movie, you might go, that sounds bonkers. They stick the landing. Like, it's so good.
The suit design, everything about it is so cool.
And Thomas Wayne as Batman has guns, so it's so different, unless you're Zack Snyder. So it's so different, and he's running around like shooting faces in.
All we can say is when the mugger shoots Thomas and Martha Wayne, he sees Bruce's face, runs off. When the mugger shoots Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne jumps on top of him and beats his face into the ground, and that sets the tone for his Batman.
While
basically,
in the background, Martha is losing her marbles,
laughing. The blood of Bruce is all over her face and everything, and it's like, man, this is really pretty cool.
It's so good. Now, all that shit is amazing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It was heavily rumored that he's coming back as Thomas Wayne.
Perfect for that role, by the way.
So good. And he could. Do you think Zack Snyder will go into his closet and dust off that muscle suit that he wore for the comedian? Because I feel like Zack Snyder has that, and he puts that on when he fucks his wife. And he takes it out, dusts it off, and he's gonna put it on. Spoiler alert. Fucking, he broke my heart. What's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan doesn't have those real muscles
as the comedian in Watchmen. He does not.
They're great. That muscle suit is great, because I was convinced that's him.
Me too. I was convinced, and I was like, how have I not seen this guy before?
And then he shows up in The Walking Dead. I know he's in like I think
Grey's Anatomy, or
what's that one? The Good Wife. He's in The Good Wife as well. Suppose he fucks her brains out, the main star.
Nice.
I heard some hot stuff.
Gonna check that
Girlfriend's
out
mad about it.
Is she?
But then he shows up in the Walking Dead, and he has like no hips, no shoulders.
Bitch, who's this twig bitch coming in here? Where's all that muscle gone?
He looks like young Groot over here.
Yeah. It's like, you twiggy little motherfucker.
He got me, man. He fucking
Where's
got
your mask on? He's got the opposite of Henry Cavill, where he's like, I want to be 200 pounds lighter than everyone in the room.
Yeah, he's playing Superman.
He's playing Superman Flashpoint. Yeah, skinny Superman.
So, him as Thomas Wayne would be excellent. But it's been heavily rumoured that he's coming back. But now the move of actually, like, this is fully real.
Yeah.
That Keaton is in talks.
Totally.
It doesn't sound like they're going to go that route.
No, so Keaton's, this take they're going on is it's going to be Keaton is Batman, and he has been Batman for 30 years.
In his Gotham. Batman 89 universe.
Yeah, which would be amazing. Number one, I would love to see that. But
number two, get Jack Nicholson back. He needs liposuction. Who gives a fuck?
Just have him do a vocal role. I don't care. Just have him talk in a cell. Oh no, wait, he's dead.
Fuck this. Do you know what?
What?
Can we get Mark Hamill as Joker? For God's sake, it's about time. It's actual Joker, live action Joker.
Oh, he's already the trickster in live action Flash, isn't he?
I'm rubbing my knees.
Rub my knees, baby.
If I had a belt, I'd be fixing it right now. If I had coins, I'd be looking for them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting excited.
We haven't even spoken about Uma Thurman yet. We'll get there. Anyway, so you kind of brought up an interesting thing where it doesn't sound like they're actually doing Flashpoint, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Laura Cohen as Martha and Thomas Wayne, respectively, that's a cool storyline. You know,
Lauren Cohen, by the way, Maggie in The Walking Dead.
Maggie in The Walking Dead, that's the Walking Dead connection there. To have Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot play evil versions of themselves and go up against each other.
And it starts with them smashing organs. Oh my God, can you imagine the earthquakes, the tsunamis?
Amber Heard comes in, catches them, launches an iPhone at Wonder Woman,
ricochets off her head and skulls Johnny Depp out of it. That's his cameo.
That's his one cameo. And done. Yeah, he's the Invisible Man. Bam, hitting the head.
Grindelwald. Oh, he's gone.
So we were hoping for that.
Colin Farrell just comes out.
Yeah, he's like,
I was fucking Grindelwald. The way better Grindelwald.
He was the way better Grindelwald. Anyway,
his hair.
Oh, his hair. He's got good hair. He fights it. Graham Norton makes a good point where he's like, I feel like you fight your beauty sometimes, Colin Farrell. He really does. But
I wish I had the opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I'm fighting for beauty here.
Someday I'll grow into this face.
Yeah.
Someday. That's what my mama said.
Mama said. But yeah, it sounds like they're going a different route. And
so you were saying, sorry, you were giving the background that he's defender of his own Gotham.
Yeah, he's just the defender of his own Gotham. He's been doing it for 30 years, so he's just kind of an aged Batman, which is cool. Maybe they'll do Batman Beyond. That would be amazing.
Gimme.
Tell you what, I will take no Flashpoint, no real Flashpoint, if you give me Batman Beyond.
Yes, perfect. But if they don't, I want Jeffrey Dean Morgan in there somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
Flashpoint is so amazing.
Yeah.
That I want it. I want it, because Andy Muschietti or whatever his name is. I really should find out his name.
I know, we pronounced it wrong like every time we talk about it. 100%. But what? Muschietti? Andy... Where is this? Most bug-eyed role. Fuck you. His role.
There it is.
Andy Muschietti.
Muschietti. Sounds very Italian.
Yeah. He's a cool guy, apparently. Very cool guy.
I love It Chapter 1.
He's meant to be like super fun to work with.
But he commented saying, we're going to take elements of Flashpoint. And I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. Like, it's so perfect. And by the way, I know loads of people will probably know this already, but if you don't notice, this is what DC did years ago to renew all their famous franchises. Like, this was such a clever move. They're like, how do we just start all our stuff again? How do we start Batman again, The Flash again, Aquaman again?
Yeah.
Why don't we just not reboot them?
Yeah.
Why don't we write this storyline that sends us on a different timeline? Like, it's beautiful. It's such a creative way. Actually, if you watch Star Trek, the Star Trek
movies,
J.J. Abrams, the first one, they kind of essentially do that. They kind of go, hey, here's a new timeline. Yeah. Now we can do whatever the fuck we want. It's called the New 52.
It's basically, one event was changed, and that changed an entire timeline. Ripple effect sent throughout time. If you watch the original Star Trek, that is basically Flashpoint. Flash goes back, changes his mother dying.
Yeah, Spock goes back. Changes his people dying. Is that what he does?
Saves his people, but then the guy follows, kills Kirk's dad, and it just changes people in different ways.
Chain effect, and it's the same with Barry.
Barry goes back, saves his mom. All of a sudden, it sends ripple effects throughout time, where things turn slightly different, and it creates just a much worse world. By the way, the reason that we kind of really want a Flashpoint movie is because they have literally every character in Flashpoint is set up. Shazam is in Flashpoint.
I forgot he was in.
And it's even the orphanage Shazam where
Yes.
all the kids
all the
actually
kids
transform
combined, yeah.
into one Shazam, and it's like you already have that there. Batman is already set up in the universe.
Yep.
Cyborg is already set up in the universe. Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. You literally have the perfect setup to do Flashpoint.
It's so good. And then the possibilities.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. I was only... Sorry, actually, go on.
I was going to say, now, if this leads to a multiverse situation where we find out that this world that Ezra Miller is now on is actually just one world,
Which is definitely what they're going. That's the route they're going in. At least that's what heavily implied.
If one day we could get a real Flashpoint movie, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But if this movie is like, no, you see, that's the problem with Batman v Superman. We're doing Batman v Superman. We're doing the death of Superman. We're going to put it all in one. We're doing the formation of the Justice League.
Plus, this is Batman's first movie in this universe.
Yeah.
It's only Superman's second movie in
Yeah.
this universe. Cyborg's first movie.
Yeah.
And I know Gal Gadot, she had her own movie, but there was someone else. Flash's first movie as well.
First movie, yeah.
It's like we're telling... What, 3 origin stories here?
Basically, we just don't want you to squeeze, like, we're going to try to do Flashpoint, we're going to try to do old Batman, we're going to try to do Batman Beyond, all in this one movie. It's like, no, I really don't want you to do that.
Do you know what would be so perfect?
What?
Flashpoint Part 1 and 2.
Yes.
I know they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that, but holy shit, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, is Michael Keaton... It's said that he's going to sign a multi-film deal where he will become the Nick Fury of the DC universe. I know DC heads are fucking... Don't you dare compare him to an MCU character.
Yeah.
Or to a Marvel character in general.
Yeah.
But then he will be making these bona fide cameos as Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury has been doing for the last few years in all the phases of the MCU.
Maybe it just consists of him visiting other universes. Or...
He's going to be moving the chess pieces.
Yeah.
I think he'd be guiding
Yeah.
people. And here, the endless possibilities of, like, if there's multiple timelines, multiple universes, that means that the Zack Snyder cut, if this was amazing, that's its own timeline.
That's its own timeline.
I love the beauty of that. Like, I mean, I'm not convinced that it's going to be a great movie.
No.
If history says anything.
Yeah.
But if it was...
Well, Joker's already its own timeline. 100%. That's its own timeline.
And then Batman...
Yeah, is going to...
I'm thinking, once Matt Reeves is finished making excellent movies, because I assume he's going to make a trilogy. That's what the whole plan is.
That's the talk.
That's what the plan is for any franchise.
I know.
Once he steps away, they're like, oh, let's get our grubby hands on this.
Yeah, we're going to bring you over.
We want a Joel Schumacher type of director.
Yeah.
Who will just twist that any way we want. We want to sell toys.
Toys.
That's all we want, is to sell toys.
I mean, they've managed to do that anyway with, like, R-rated movies now, just selling toys.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
I'll fucking buy them.
I'll buy them 100%. We'll buy them. Put them on the set, baby. No problem.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh
yeah, by the way, I'm pointing to Batman. This is Batman. George Clooney's Batman.
George Clooney's Batman. His
Batman and Robin.
specific suit that he puts on to fight Mr. Freeze at the end.
We've got the Pop Funko, baby.
But anyway, to sum up, we're very excited about Michael Keaton coming back, but we're tentatively excited about what his role could be and what it means.
There's so many questions. I want a few answers. Just a few basic answers.
I can imagine.
Is Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming back?
Yeah.
Because if they say no, that's a huge answer, and then we know where we're going.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna move on to. Oh, excuse me. I just burped a little bit there.
Excuse you.
We're gonna move on to talk about Joel Schumacher.
The gay god himself.
Because it kind of leads into. I mean, us talking about Michael Keaton Batman, funnily enough, he was the precursor to the Joel Schumacher era.
Yeah,
of
Val
Batman.
Kilmer steps in.
Val Kilmer steps in, and then
Joel
George
Schumacher
Clooney
steps up,
and he's interesting. No, but we should talk about Joel Schumacher's other work, because we're probably going to mainly talk about Batman. He made Falling Down, which is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, Falling Down.
The Lost Boys.
Flatliners, the original.
He was a costume designer in the industry for years.
Yeah, he's made Phone Booth, which I love, because I'm always talking about how much I love Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Phone Booth is excellent. He made Veronica Guerin he made.
Yeah, I know. It's so
An
weird.
Irish movie.
Yeah, but he's kind of like, he's one of those directors who is known for the Batman movies, but actually had some pretty good work other than that.
He really did. And then he kind of slipped into I think he became like that kind of changeable director. Like, you tell me what you want. As the studio comes and goes, this is what we want, and he goes, okay.
There is also a great behind the scenes talk where he's watching Batman and Robin and apologizing for it. He's like, sorry. Yeah, no, that's
he has
terrible.
literally officially apologized.
He's officially apologized
so
for
is
it.
George Clooney.
I know. So they're self-aware, which I like. You know?
I do like.
And that makes me respect him even more.
And do you know, those movies are like Batman Forever is it's pretty damn bad, and Batman and Robin is awful.
Yeah.
I like both those movies.
I like both those movies too. We were only watching clips of those movies earlier, and I was like, I'm going to watch these again 100%. Like, so much of the original Batman movies are formative movies from my childhood.
Same myself. That's why I can't dislike those movies.
Yeah.
I watched them and go, God damn it, that's awful. I only was saying to Connor that the first line of Val Kilmer's Batman does sets the tone for the entirety of the movie. What's it? Alfred comes up. We're in the Batcave.
We're in the Batcave. Alfred goes up to him.
He walks up to the Batmobile because the sign's up. The signal's up. He needs to go.
Would you like to take a sandwich with you, sir?
No, I'll get drive-through.
Nice.
We're like, okay, that's what the Batman's going. We're going. We had Campy before with Tim Burton. This is gay Batman.
We had Danny Elfman's brooding score, him reading in a dimly lit library. Michael Keaton looks up, stands up, bat symbol emblazoned behind him.
Oh my God.
Coolest moment you've ever seen.
Getting hot.
Every photo ever revolving around Michael Keaton as Batman. It's just that right there, emblazoned on the back. And then in the next movie, we're going to set up an even more badass. It's a different actor. He's going to do things differently. He has nipples. What's his first line?
I'll get drive-through.
Oh, I think you took a misstep there.
The spoiler that the Batmobile has is magnificent. I love that Batmobile. It's absolute trash. It's absolute trash.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love when it's driving.
Not the Batman and Robin one. That goes. Even as a kid, I was like, too far.
Too far.
You know?
I know. But I love when that one moves and you can literally see the bouncing and the flopping.
The fin
and
is flopping around.
It's literally like there's no sturdiness. It's completely made of plastic.
And Joel Schumacher watched the dailies. Went, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, he's looking at it. He's going,
toys.
Flops like a dildo. And we're like, I'll be back.
we need to just reiterate. I know we said at the start. Joel Schumacher was a self-confessed sexual.
God.
Promiscuous man.
He's basically said he's the most promiscuous man in history.
He said he fucked like 10,000 men.
We should get the article up because I want to try and figure out like the maths of how many men he fucked right up until he died.
I just love that he just self-confessed like, oh yeah, I fucking love cock.
Yeah. Well, you can tell. You look at Bane.
I know. Oh my God. And I was saying to you, like, I know he's a gay man and all like that, but if you just line up the different Batmen, right? If you go Michael Keaton, you go say Christian Bale as Batman, and you go Ben Affleck as Batman, and you throw George Clooney in there as Batman,
and if you throw in Batman 1960,
Adam West in there, and I said to you, which movie was directed by a gay man?
The one with the nipples and the giant cock.
Yes, it's George. Ding, 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 ding. George Clooney. It is
George Clooney and Val Kilmer tie for first,
and I love it. I love it. But he's also responsible. Joel Schumacher is responsible for giving me my first boner.
Me too. Thank you, Joel. Wherever you are, God knows you're in heaven.
And get your minds out of the gutter.
Yeah, it wasn't for the gay stuff. Well, maybe later it was, but. Because I love steroids so much, Bane really does it for me. But it was for Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Absolute goddess in that movie. I've never looked at her the same. After that movie, I'm like, I would no matter what.
No matter what. Even in Kill Bill, when she's covered in blood and like a paraplegic and spazzing on the floor, it's like...
give her some red hair.
You were Poison Ivy.
And a green t-shirt.
I think that's what my love of redheads came from Uma Thurman, for sure.
Yes, I know. It's inherent. Like, it's written into my code.
It's like there are scenes in that movie where I remember vividly sitting...
we're children. Talking about now.
I'm even like I watched these movies in years later after they came out. You actually saw them when they came out. Some of them.
And I'd like to think that now Joel Schumacher is looking down from gay heaven, at just full of cock everywhere, and he's just going, "I'm so glad to hear that he took his cock earmuffs out, and he's just hearing us talking about how he gave us our first boner, and he's like, I did my job.
You're welcome, boys.
I did. That's why I became a director. That's what he's thinking.
He's like, I did it for that. To tell wonderful stories and give young men boners. Yeah, there was certain scenes.
We're cancelled. We're fucking cancelled.
100%. No, but there were certain scenes with Uma Thurman where even as a child, I was like, I'm rewinding that scene. It made me feel strange. I don't know why.
You know, I didn't even notice. I was what, like 7?
Yeah.
And I was looking for change that wasn't in my pocket. I was like, what am I doing?
You went in, Dad, why am I rubbing my knees so much?
Oh my God, give me a belt to fix. Give me a belt to fix.
Where,
like, what is this?
What
do I do with this?
We had this portable DVD player in our house.
Smack it? No, that was wrong. That was wrong. Don't
like,
smack it.
What is it, Neil in the In-Betweeners? Is he the one who smacks it?
Yeah.
Is it Neil?
It's Neil, isn't it? Or is it Jay?
No, Jay is the laddie one, you know?
Yeah, it is. Neil,
Simon.
the tall
No, it's Simon. Neil is the tall one.
Yeah.
It's Simon because he's trying to have sex with her and he jerked off before. And he's like, work!
In-Betweeners is great for American audiences. You should check it out.
But
It's
don't
UK.
watch the American version of the In-Betweeners.
Well, it was cancelled, wasn't it? Like,
but
straight away because it was awful.
Awful. God awful. Anyway, we had a portable DVD player in our house, and it's kind of fucked me up for life because I used to play Xbox and have a movie playing on the side, and now that's the only way I can consume
Goddamn
content.
millennials.
I know. It's so terrible. It actually is. It fucked up my brain.
How do you sit down to read a book?
I get so engrossed in books.
Well, what
I
do is I play a video game at the same time, and I have something streaming on in the background.
What I do is I
listen to a podcast.
I put the book in front, and I'm so good at Marvel Puzzle Quest, I don't even need to do it. I can just play off the sounds, you know? No, but I would have it there, and I remember every time I'd be playing Xbox and Batman Forever was playing, I'd look over at a specific scene, and then I'd take the DVD player over, and I'd put it down, and then I'd rewind the scene, and then I'd rewind it again.
You don't understand. What are you doing?
I don't understand what's happening, but I'm like, one more time. And then you're like, okay, well, that was weird, but I'll let that play on. And then another scene would come up, and I go, Uma Thurman's back. Just going to bring this over here. Look at it now.
And your smooth nether regions,
yeah.
Like at one pubic hair just sprouted.
Yeah, for some reason.
Like, that's weird.
All of a sudden, I heard a hormone.
I better get a tweezers.
All of a sudden, a hormone. Touch yourself, Connor.
Yes.
Connor, touch yourself.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
But it's Joel Schumacher.
Look at that cat, a dirty little cat.
Man.
Touch yourself, Andrew.
And the thing is, I was too young when it was Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
You know, when it was Michelle Pfeiffer. Later years, I revisited that, and I was like, oh my God.
Uma Thurman is like so far in second place compared to Selena Kyle.
I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, like right now.
For like 15 minutes. To come out in a cold sweat.
Yeah. But don't judge me.
That's still on. I'm going back.
I gotta go back.
For seconds.
You come out one scene and she's doing the whip thing and dancing around. You're like, oh God, gotta go. You come back, she's straddling Batman. You're like, God damn it, gotta go back
piercing myself
again.
with scissors because she does it to Batman. I'm like, is this what sexy things happen? Is this how?
And then you come back and they're dancing and you're nearly crying because of the sexual tension and how much you're into the scene and everything.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
But yeah, we just wanted to give a shout out to Joel Schumacher. You were a formative part of our childhood.
Seriously was. Like,
yeah.
I mean that. I genuinely mean that.
And I've only watched like some of the more critically touted movies that you have done, like Phone Book and
Phone Booth,
Falling Down, and The Lost Boys recently. Loved them all.
Great pieces of work. Phantom of the Opera, whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
whatever. Look, Jared Butler, you know, he can kind of sing.
No, he can sing. I thought he could sing.
Yeah, he was pretty good, you know. It took me a while because Jared Butler will always be Leonidas. That was the first thing I saw him in.
I know.
And then
I see him eating an apple all the time in my head. You know when he's talking to Xerxes and he's just chewing that apple?
I don't see him eating an apple. I see him fucking Lena Headey. That's what I see him doing.
Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
But, you know, Joel, you said yourself, Schumacher pinned it around 10,000 or 20,000 gay men, saying it's not amazing for a gay male because it's available. No, Joel, you were amazing.
You were amazing.
You were amazing, Joel, and we thank you for your service.
A workaholic.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it. My God.
The perfect quote I can give for you, Joel, is from The Simpsons. And it's when he brings Bart to the steel mill. Homer brings Bart to the steel mill because he thinks Bart's going gay. And he says, Bart, these are some hard-working men. You look at them there. And one of them leans in and he says, we work hard and we play hard. Presses a button and they all start dancing like this.
Yeah, boy.
That's Joel Schumacher's life summed up in one.
That is it. That's his sitting room right there.
Yeah, right there.
And they're all... He's always got construction going on in his house.
Always.
And then, boys, get ready. And he just hits that button and fuck it.
It's like Toy Story. Joel's coming. And they all start pulling their pants down. The gimp mask's trying to zip it up and everything.
Oh my God.
Joel Schumacher, God bless you.
Yeah.
You were such an interesting guy.
And thank you for my boner.
The world was a more interesting place when you were in it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so how long have we gone for? This feels like a long podcast.
An hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10. Wow, that's pretty good.
Dip into Tenet and dip back out because, like, I mean, we're just reiterating what we've been saying for 3 weeks now.
We are. We're kind of like we're full steam ahead in here. We want to keep this momentum going for the boys. But Tenet,
Tenet. We're seeing Warner Brothers has a bit of a strategy when it comes to pleasing Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. So I'll be Christopher Nolan in this scene, and you be the
and
Warner
I'll
Brothers
be
exec.
the collective Warner Brothers.
The collective Warner Brothers. So I'm here, and I'm like, okay. So you're saying you're going to? Oh, sorry. Is he English? He's English, isn't he?
I'll hit you with it first.
Okay.
Christopher, my love, my dearest Christopher. We're thinking.
Yeah.
Of just pushing back, just slightly, just like it's not even a push, it's a tip. It's actually a tip. We're just gonna tip back Tenet by 2 weeks. But hey, you know that great movie that you made for us and made us loads of money for us, Inception, 10-year anniversary. We're gonna release that. Yeah, are you familiar? Mm-hmm. We're gonna release that on the July 17th when Tenet was supposed to be released, and we're gonna push Tenet back just by 2 weeks. Just by 2 weeks, we did spend 205 million on it, and we congratulate you on making a great movie. What do you think about that?
Okay, I can agree to doing that.
And then maybe another further 2 weeks.
What?
We're just gonna push it back. By 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, by 2 weeks.
That's it.
Yeah, by 2. Yeah.
What are you saying at the end?
I'm just saying 2 weeks.
Yeah, Inception comes out, and 2 weeks after that is Tenet.
And 2 weeks.
What do you mean? And 2 weeks? That's what I just said. And 2 weeks later is Tenet.
Okay, we're just gonna push back Tenet by 2 weeks.
Yeah.
By 2. Yeah. We good about that. It's only 2 weeks.
I'm confused.
By 2.
I'm confused. It's 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
It's English, okay? I thought you're English.
I am English. Even though this is Australian I'm doing, but I'm English.
We're just going to push it back by 2 weeks by 2. Yeah. Are we good about that? 2 weeks by 2. Yeah. You good about that?
All right, fuck it.
I'm saying 2 weeks.
Fuck it. I'll sign the contract. I don't care.
Oh, you got it, people.
Yeah.
He pushed it back again. Well, Warner Brothers pushed it back again by 2 weeks, and now it was a month. And I think Warner Bros. Is releasing this movie in 2021.
Yeah, me too. This movie is not coming out this year.
It's coming. Like, I love that they're just like, oh, we'll push back again. No, just another little dab. Just a little.
Basically, Christopher Nolan gave him an inch, and now they're taking a mile.
By the way, sorry I screwed up that bit. By the way,
you didn't screw up that
was
bit.
2 by 2. Yeah, we're convinced that like this was always their plan.
Always. Yeah, there's no way they were like, only 2 weeks, Christopher. We'll definitely do that.
Only 205 million, Christopher.
Yeah.
Plus marketing, which is probably another 205 million.
Oh, Jesus. But,
yeah. It's not coming out until now, August 12th. Wait and see it get pushed back again.
If it comes out, then I would not be surprised. I would predict next year, or Christopher Nolan is going to literally walk in with a machine gun and they'll go 8 weeks back.
Yeah. I know, exactly. Yeah.
8 weeks back. That's as long as it'll go back.
I don't think it's coming out August 12th. I don't think so.
No, me neither. Even though I want to see it, obviously.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a big budget. It really is. It's not like a movie that's like, hey, 50 million. What was that one that Bloodshot? It's not Bloodshot. It's not Bloodshot.
It's not Bloodshot.
It doesn't have a great performance from Vin Diesel like Bloodshot.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hard bod.
Hard bod, yeah.
Hard bod.
Hard soft bod.
No, hard bod. Like, doesn't he just eat? I read it. He ate birthday cake and he smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Hard
totally.
bod.
Oh, okay. Is that what leads to a hard bod?
There's Fat Diesel.
Fat Diesel.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And there was one earlier as well. I don't know if you remember it. Actually, spot the difference. Here's the one from earlier, and then here's the one now. Okay, leave a comment. Tell us what the difference was. Yeah. So Tenet has been pushed back again. Christopher Nolan has been fucked over by Warner Brothers. He's going to take his toys and leave the playground, I think, if they keep screwing him over like this.
I think Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan are in a beautiful relationship, and I think they both pat each other's backs, and they're like, you know, we got this. Like, the fact that they gave him 205 million for an original movie, like, you go anywhere else other than Netflix or Apple TV.
Yeah.
Apple TV, I say, would make it rain for him.
It would.
I think Netflix would go, we will give you a $200 million budget, and we'll give you a huge, we'll give you ownership. We'll give you 10 years, you own this, yeah?
The ghost of Steve Jobs visits him every night.
Apple TV, man, I'm telling you, they are just throwing money at creators right now. They'd be like, how about 250 million, and in 5 years you own it.
Is it working?
You know, and he's like, small screen, get the fuck out of my house.
I love Christopher Nolan. Big dick energy when it comes to movies.
Hey, Warner. They fucking called again.
Yeah. Losers.
Bitch boys.
Yeah. He's
By
like,
the way, release my goddamn movie.
release my fucking movie. Hangs up. And they're like, he's going to take his ball and go home if we're not careful.
Yeah. Shit.
Anyway, now we're going to get into our surprise topic that we didn't even know we were going to talk about today.
So like a few minutes before the podcast.
A few minutes before the podcast, but thank God it did, because if we missed this, I would have been so annoyed.
What's the most interesting take on the superhero genre you can recall in the last 10 years, maybe?
David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
Ding, 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 ding. No.
No. Oh, right. Sorry. Well, that's just my opinion, man. Okay.
Yeah, well, your opinion means nothing to me.
That is correct.
Man, because it's wrong.
It is wrong. The Boys Season 2.
It's coming.
It's coming. The Boys is the most interesting take in the last 10 years. If you didn't get the joke, I just want to make it very clear. David Ayer's Suicide Squad is a piece of shit.
Just like the superhero genre, by the way. Oh, yeah, sorry. Do you have more to say about that piece of shit?
It is a piece of shit. 100%.
Yeah. When you say that, I actually can smell it.
Yeah,
I can smell it.
I can smell it.
And I can see damage written on your forehead right now.
It is.
It left me damage.
It did. I had to get that removed. It was very expensive.
It's such a clogged up market right now when it comes to the superhero genre. Like, it's everyone's got their own take on this and that. And that CW are just chugging away in the background. They don't give a fuck.
Whoa, Stargirl premieres in 1 week, baby.
Who?
What?
Okay. Okay. But The Boys, man.
The Boys laser visions through the competition.
Fuck, it does.
And comes swinging in hard.
It's the superhero genre on steroids.
Yeah.
What do we love?
Steroids.
I think.
And superheroes.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance, guys. Send us your steroid pics. But yeah, so they did a 50-minute on YouTube kind of interview led by Patton Oswalt with the cast, talking about the show and all the stuff coming up in season 2. We didn't watch the whole thing because we didn't have time, but at the very end, they released the first 3 minutes of The Boys season 2.
Supposed to be the opening scene.
Oh, it's some good shit. It's some good shit.
If you didn't know I was already in, I'm so in.
So much more in.
Season 1 is fantastic. This is Amazon Prime's prime content right there. That's
prime.
That's their golden nugget.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, what The Boys just goes, hold my beer to Jack Ryan.
Exactly.
You know, way. And John Krasinski being a huge Hulk of a man is like, okay, I guess
it's like Jack Ryan got you in. The Boys are gonna make you stay.
Yeah, boy, I like that.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, endorse us.
Endorse us. But yeah, so The Boys season 2 comes out. We get this great scene. Giancarlo Esposito, aka Saul from Breaking Bad. Not Saul.
No, not Saul.
No, that's Saul Goodman. Gus from Breaking Bad, aka Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian,
aka the bad guy in television,
the best bad guy in television and on screen right now, I would say, is playing the big boss, and he's talking through the new military contract that the superheroes have secured, and we get to see Black Nar, who's like the assassin guy, take out people in some of the most inefficient ways possible,
but delightful ways if you're into gore.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's everything you wanted from The Boys. You're watching it, you're like, this is awesome, this is awesome. Oh, what's he doing to that? Oh my god, did not see that coming.
This is just like, this is them reiterating, we didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
If you like season 1, you're gonna love season 2.
They're like, remember how every episode of season 1 we showed you something you've never seen before in a superhero?
In the superhero genre.
We're gonna do it again. Don't you worry.
What the fuck? What are they doing? Every single episode of that first season, I was like, this is magnificent.
This is amazing.
A genre that's been ran into the ground.
I know.
And we're like, well, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. This is just a collection of such unique takes on the superhero genre. And we should say that the first 3 episodes are landing on September 4th. And then it's going to be weekly after that for the other 5 episodes.
5 episodes.
8 episodes altogether, which is a lovely number, by the way.
It's a nice number. There's no chaff on that meat.
You're left wanting more,
Yeah.
but you're not even starved because it was so good.
You're like,
it was you got some sustenance, you got nutrition from it.
They're like, oh, I'm sorry, was that not enough episodes for you? And you're like, no, actually, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna go back and watch them again. Yeah.
It's like CW. It's like eating junk food.
Yeah.
You watch a full season, you feel awful about yourself. You look in the mirror and you go, you piece of shit.
You're only finishing the bag because you opened it.
Exactly. You open exactly. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And when it comes to The Boys, you're like, you get sustenance from every single. There's nutrients. There's some good goddamn nutrients in every single episode. By the end, you're full in a good way. You look in the mirror and go, You got it. You the man,
You
Steve.
the man, Steve. It's like an 8-pack of Ferrero Rocher. Each one is beautiful, and then by the end, you're like, couldn't have any more.
Yeah.
Couldn't have any more.
Yeah.
I'd do it again tomorrow night, but I couldn't have any more right now. But, yeah, it looks great. So there's that teaser that you can check out if the first 3 minutes. We don't want to spoil it too much for you in case you don't want to know any spoilers. But there's another clip featuring a new character for the season, Stormfront.
Yeah.
And she is very different from her comic counterpart.
So you told me. You educated me earlier.
Very different. I don't want to give spoilers. I told you already. I actually kind of feel bad.
Well, they cut off his dick for a start.
Yeah, they cut off his dick, made it a woman.
Yeah.
You know? But they may go an interesting direction from it and surprise you by pulling things from the comics.
Now, they haven't dropped the ball yet. I know it's only been 8 episodes, but I mean magnificent 8 episodes.
And the fucking ending of the first one. Like,
Give me more.
Where do you go from there? And by the way, those first...
A head melter of an episode.
Yeah, correct. Ding! Those first 3 episodes, by the way, is going to end in some cliffhanger. Like one hell of a cliffhanger.
It better. I actually want it. I'm starved for more episodes, but at the same time, I'm like, I want them to leave me just hanging on a cliffhanger. I absolutely. It's funny, one season, and I'm like, I'm so invested.
Yeah.
And we work together. Yeah. And we've told all our colleagues, we're like,
everyone,
you like superhero movies or even TV shows?
Yeah, watch
CW,
The Boys.
go fuck yourself. But at the same time, we're like, go watch this. And everything that's come back, everyone's come back and going like, oh my god,
that was
you're
amazing.
right.
That was
you're
amazing.
right. And I'm like, I know I'm right.
Everyone's kind of like, I just love watching reactions to the first 5 minutes of The Boys, where everyone's like, oh man, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of cool. Oh my god. Yeah.
I showed my girlfriend that scene, and she's like, what is this?
Yeah.
What am I watching? And I'm like, yeah.
You're watching TV excellence.
Yeah, exactly. You're watching The Boys.
Bask in it. So yeah, as you can tell, we're very excited.
Are we?
I think so. This is like Fast and Furious 9 levels of excitement for The Boys.
That's a disrespect to The Boys. Oh my god.
Except we're actually expecting quality from this.
Yeah, we are.
So just a quick wrap up for the show. Better Than Batman, week 2. I'm still at it, still working away.
If anyone hasn't heard the first episode, you want to give it like a real quick small synopsis?
A quick small synopsis is basically Robert Pattinson was saying he wasn't working out, so I had my friends drop a workout plan. Then the first week I started, he said he was working out. So now I'm just going to put myself in competition, try and work out, get in good shape and everything.
Yeah, the whole thing was like, because Batman isn't working out, well, he lied to us, he fucking bait and switched us.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my god, well, you're 6'1", you're like the same height as Batman, essentially. I'm like, imagine you got in better shape than the guy who's like refusing to work out.
Yeah.
But motherfucker, he played us.
He played us
good. Because we thought it'd be a really cool movement to be like, hey, why don't we all become better than Batman?
And try and convince him to start working out. And he was working out.
He tricked us.
We've decided, because his original criticism was that he felt that, we didn't want to perpetuate a bad culture, so we are going to turn it and say we're going to do something positive, try and get people out, working out. You don't have to work out like I am, because I am doing it in a way that is painful on a daily
you're
basis.
going a bit crazy, and no steroids involved.
No steroids involved as of yet, although a big bag of protein showed up at my house on Monday.
5K, baby.
Big 5 kg bag.
You could work out with this bag, that's how big it is.
I just want to say, of bulk powder. Please sponsor this podcast. I want more of your shakers, your protein bars,
sweet shakers,
your beef jerky, anything, because that 5 kg bag is nice.
It is nice.
And
I've been using them for years.
Yeah, you were the one who recommended it to me, and independently of you, the two guys I was have done it
your personal trainers.
My personal trainers, John and Rory. I trust them with my life, and now they're actually helping me with it. Recommended it to me as well. So bulk powder has a great reputation. This is a free ad for you, bulk powder. Okay,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
How do you thank us? Free shit?
Free shit, please.
Yes, please.
We actually love you.
My
You're
address
great.
is.
Yeah, we'll give out our address live. I don't care. Yeah. We'll do like a Robert Paul champagne on it and just give out our address, have people come over.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Sneaky Your Mom's House reference there. Check out that podcast. But yeah, so we're going good. Apparently, I'm going to look pretty much the same until week 4 and 5. Then when the big changes started, apparently.
Then the pecs start popping.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But I'm still enjoying it. And it's
a journey, man.
It is a journey, and I feel like I've been doing it way longer than I have been. It's only been 2 weeks, and the second week isn't even over. But everyone, if you're involved at home, please keep going. Let me know. Hit us up, and I really want to know if people are working out at home.
Share those peck pics.
Yeah, take your progress pics. You'll see all of mine when this is all over. And like when you
Some will be pretty, some might not be.
There'll be at least 7 weeks of not pretty, and fingers crossed for week 8. Fingers crossed. But
optimistic right there.
Yeah, and the last thing that we always do on this show, and sometimes we forget to talk about it before,
which we did,
is hunk and skunk.
Hunk and skunk.
And I have a clear hunk for this week. Joel Schumacher.
Definitely.
100%.
He's fucking some hunks.
He is.
And I'm glad that
he's a hunk himself.
Yeah, he is. In his own way.
In his own way. Much like hunk doesn't necessarily have to be a man, as we've set in the president of hunk and skunk. It's
Gina
just
Carano, I'd gladly give her that trophy every year.
Hunk of the millennia.
Yeah.
But this week it's Joel Schumacher. And skunk of the week. This is a tough one.
I wouldn't mind giving it to Warner Brothers because of their sneaky ways.
Yeah, for tricking our boy Chris Nolan.
Our boy. Yeah, Chrissy boy over there.
Yeah, well, you're already friends with Josh Trank and James Gunn.
Thank you. Yeah,
so, Chris Nolan,
he's
our
had
next
a bit
one.
of a Twitter back and forth with both of those guys, my buddies.
Your buddies, your good friends.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if we made friends with Chris Nolan, we could definitely get in one of his movies. If Harry Styles was in one of his movies, we could get in one of his movies.
But he was actually good.
He was actually good. Which is annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying. You're like, can you leave some talent for us?
Yeah.
I'll just take trickles. Just trickles of it.
And apparently he is the consent king on set, was the way I heard him described.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm like, I can't believe that that's a flex in 2020. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the Straight to Series podcast.
Yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been emotional.
This has been a real fun podcast.
It really has been. We were so excited about Michael Keaton.
And then Joel Schumacher.
Excited. And then you were excited about Joel Schumacher passing away.
No, his legacy. His wonderful legacy.
Of course.
And people are criticizing people for being like, you like Joel Schumacher more than, for this revisionist history that he was a great director.
Screw it, for God's sake, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of crap.
Also, Tim Burton is just as bad in many ways.
He is.
He did not understand the character of Batman.
No.
But it's fun, and it happened years ago. So what we doing? What we doing arguing about it, okay?
It's our childhood.
Yeah.
It's tough to separate yourself from that. I like Terminator Salvation. Will I watch it again? No. Will I watch these...
Because you'll always be right if you don't watch it
exactly.
again.
But will I watch these Batman movies over and over again?
That's how I live my life.
Yeah, me too.
Don't second think, because then you could be wrong.
Then you could be wrong, exactly. Never admit that you're wrong.
Did she give consent? And on that note, dropping the bomb.
On that note, all you Crystalia fans out there.
Oh, Jesus.
We will see you next time.
Yeah,
on Straight to Series.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jolie boy.